Welcome to Bots and Brews, where we talk robots while we drink coffee. The other day, Marc Andreessen, he's a super important Silicon Valley investor, talked about size of the robotics industry and that it's going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And one of the things he talked about was that the United States shouldn't be focused on bringing back manufacturing jobs. We should be focused on how to build robots. And that is a really interesting point, because robots, you need raw materials to build them. They're complex, so you're going to need a lot of people to build and fix them, where there's just not enough robotics engineers. I can tell you, I'm a robotics engineer. I've been building robots for 21 years, and this is my opinion as the robotics engineer in the field and on the ground. We're not at capacity yet, nowhere near. If you look at the industry landscape, there are tons of companies that have been trying to use robot arms and bring robots into factories because tons of labor shortages in lots of industries. For example, in the floral industry, insane labor shortages. Because you're talking about perishables and there's just not enough people on the floor, product literally dies on the factory floor before it can make it to the end consumer. So that's really what robots have been trying to solve in factories for about the last decade. The thing is, because of how expensive it is to build robots, to get robots on the floor, and the downtime robots need. Downtime is when the robot, because there's a power outage, or there's been an issue in the model, you have to send out a technician to fix it. There isn't a way for the robot to yet self-correct and keep going. There's companies that are working on that. In the facility I work at, there's another startup that's literally what they focus on, but we're nowhere near there yet because of the downtime and the capital expenditure. So how much money it takes to put a robot on the floor, companies are just not seeing the return on investment. So a lot of companies that focused on bringing robots to factories in the last couple years have shut down because it's really tough. Do I think we're going to be able to fix that problem? Yes. But that problem needs to be fixed before we can even imagine and focus on, okay, now we're building robots, and that's what our next manufacturing wave is going to focus on. And so, yeah, I think it's a big deal, and that with enough money and enough engineers, it's a problem that can be fixed. But we're not going to grow our robot manufacturing capacity in the United States to keep up and to even be leaders in the industry until we fix the problem of how expensive it is to get them, how expensive it is to deploy them, and fixing the downtime they need when anything goes wrong.